Before television, families became loud and modern. The Waltons gave viewers one mountain, one farmhouse, and one good night America never forgot. But behind that comforting world were long second acts, private battles, heartbreaking losses, and lives shaped by the quiet power of home. Erin Walton is the thoughtful daughter in The Waltons, a young woman whose journey captures the uncertainty of growing up inside a loving but demanding family. Played by Mary Beth McDonough, born in 1961 in Van Nuys, California, she was only 11 when the series began in 1972. In 2026, Mary Beth McDonough is 65. Erin remains memorable because McDonough made her softness, self-doubt, dreams, and search for independence feel emotionally real. Beyond The Waltons, Mary Beth McDonough continued acting and later became known for writing and speaking openly about health, self-image, and the pressure of growing up on television. Her Erin endures as one of the show's most tender portraits of youth. Ben Walton is the spirited and ambitious son in The Waltons, the restless boy trying to be noticed in a large, hard-working family. Played by Eric Scott, born in 1958 in Los Angeles, California, he was 14 when the series began in 1972. In 2026, Eric Scott is 68. Ben remains memorable because Scott gave him stubbornness, humor, pride, and the believable hunger of a young man searching for purpose. Beyond The Waltons, Eric Scott stepped away from constant Hollywood attention and built a quieter life in business while staying warmly connected to fans. His Ben Walton endures because he shows how growing up often means learning how to turn pride into strength. Mary Ellen Walton is the strong-willed eldest daughter in The Waltons, the young woman whose dreams pushed beyond the borders of Walton's Mountain. Played by Judy Norton, born in 1958 in Santa Monica, California, she was 14 when the series premiered in 1972. In 2026, Judy Norton is 68. Mary Ellen remains unforgettable because Norton gave her fire, vulnerability, stubbornness, and a powerful hunger for independence. Beyond The Waltons, Judy Norton continued acting, directing, writing, and performing while staying closely connected to the show's loyal fan base. Her Mary Ellen endures because she shows how courage often begins as stubbornness before it becomes purpose. Jim Bob Walton is the quiet, mechanically gifted youngest son in The Waltons, the dreamer whose thoughts often reach beyond the mountain. Played by David W. Harper, born in 1961 in Abilene, Texas, he was 11 when the series began in 1972. In 2026, David W. Harper is 65. Jim Bob remains memorable because Harper gave him gentle awkwardness, quiet loneliness, and the sense of a boy looking toward a wider world. Beyond The Waltons, David W. Harper stepped away from the spotlight and chose a private life far from Hollywood's constant attention. His Jim Bob endures as the dreamer in the family, the boy looking toward the sky, while still rooted in the place that raised him. The narrator is the warm, reflective voice of The Waltons, the voice that turns each episode into memory, gratitude, and longing. Belonging to creator Earl Hamner Jr., born in 1923 in Schuyler, Virginia, he was 49 when the series premiered in 1972. He passed away in 2016, at 92, leaving behind one of television's most comforting storytelling legacies. The narrator remains unforgettable because Hamner made every closing reflection feel like someone gently looking back at home. Beyond The Waltons, Earl Hamner Jr. wrote novels and created other television dramas, always returning to family, memory, and resilience. His voice endures because sometimes the person telling the story becomes as beloved as the characters themselves. Jon Walton Sr. is the steady father in The Waltons, the quiet man whose labor, restraint, and love hold the family together through hard times. Played by Ralph Waite, born in 1928 in White Plains, New York, he was 44 when the series premiered in 1972. He passed away in 2014 at 85, leaving behind one of classic television's most beloved fatherly legacies. Jon Walton Sr. remains powerful because Waite made strength feel patient, grounded, moral, and deeply human. Beyond the Waltons, Ralph Waite continued acting and also entered public life, bringing real emotional depth to his work after enduring personal loss. His Jon Walton endures as a reminder that love is often measured through sacrifice, not speeches. Ike Godsey is the dependable storekeeper of Walton's Mountain, the man whose general store becomes a gathering place for news, worries, laughter, and kindness. Played by Joe Conley, born in 1928 in Buffalo, New York, he was 44 when the Waltons first aired in 1972. He passed away in 2013 at 85 after facing dementia in his later years. Ike remains beloved because Conley made him plain-spoken, nervous, funny, and fundamentally decent. Beyond the Waltons, Joe Conley also found success in real estate, keeping a grounded life beyond Hollywood. His Ike Godsey endures as a comforting symbol of small-town America, the man behind the counter who knew everyone's name and cared more than he let on. Olivia Walton is the loving mother at the emotional center of the Waltons, the woman whose tenderness and discipline make the farmhouse feel like home. Played by Michael Learned, born in 1939 in Washington, D.C., she was 33 when the series premiered in 1972. In 2026, Michael Learned is 87. Olivia remains iconic because Learned made motherhood feel faithful, exhausted, compassionate, protective, and completely real. Beyond the Waltons, Michael Learned earned major recognition, including Emmy Awards, and later spoke openly about personal struggles and recovery. Her Olivia Walton endures as a portrait of grace under pressure, a mother whose love made Walton's Mountain feel safe. Esther Walton is the sharp-tongued yet deeply loving grandmother of the Waltons, the family elder whose discipline and warmth shaped the home. Played by Corby, born in 1911 in Racine, Wisconsin, she was 61 when the series premiered in 1972. She passed away in 1999 at 87, leaving behind a legacy made even more moving by her real-life return after a serious stroke. Esther remains unforgettable because Corby gave her grit, humor, authority, and unconditional love. Beyond the Waltons, Corby had a long career in film and television, but Grandma Walton became her defining role. Her Esther endures because grandmothers often hold families together with equal parts discipline, memory, and heart. Zebulon Walton is the warm and mischievous grandfather in the Waltons, the joyful elder whose laughter, wisdom, and love of the land fill the mountain with life. Played by Geer, born in 1902 in Frankfort, Indiana, he was 70 when the series premiered in 1972. He passed away in 1978 at 76, leaving behind one of the show's most emotional farewells. Grandpa Zeb remains beloved because Geer made him playful, wise, earthy, and full of booming natural warmth. Beyond the Waltons, Geer lived a rich life in theater, activism, folk culture, and resilience, including a period of blacklisting during the 1950s. His Zebulon Walton endures as the mountain's joyful elder, a voice of nature, memory, and love that still echoes through the series. Jason Walton is the gentle, musically gifted son in the Waltons, the boy whose songs gave Walton's Mountain some of its warmest moments. Played by Jon Walmsley, born in 1956 in Blackburn, England, He was 16 when the series began in 1972. In 2026, Jon Walmsley is 70. Jason remains beloved because Walmsley made his quiet strength, kindness, and musical hope feel natural rather than sentimental. Beyond the Waltons, Jon Walmsley continued building a life in music as a singer, guitarist, songwriter, and session musician. His Jason endures because he reminds viewers that even during hardship, music could make a simple home feel full of light. Elizabeth Walton is the bright-eyed youngest child in the Waltons, the little girl whose innocence gave Walton's Mountain some of its purest emotional moments. Played by Cotler, born in 1965 in Long Beach, California, she was only 7 when the series began in 1972. In 2026, Cotler is 61. Elizabeth remains beloved because Cotler made childhood curiosity, wonder, and mischief feel honest, natural, and unforced. Beyond the Waltons, Cotler stepped away from acting and built a meaningful career in education as a teacher and school administrator. Her Elizabeth endures as a gentle symbol of childhood memory, the youngest voice in a family whose love made difficult times feel bearable. And that is the quiet legacy of the Waltons, a family story that never needed spectacle to become unforgettable. Some of these actors are still with us in 2026, while others have sadly taken their final bow, but each one helped shape the warmth, wisdom, and strength of Walton's Mountain. Decades later, that simple goodnight still feels like home. If this journey brought back memories, please like, subscribe, and stay with Hollywood 1960s TV, where the legends of the Golden Age live on.